Okay. Application of moment area method and finding the deflection and slope of the beams. So this method is based on two theorems called the moment area theorems, which is relating the geometry of the elastic curve of the beam to its moment over EI diagram, which is constructed by dividing the ordinates of the bending moment diagram by its flexural rigidity, which is the EI. So yung method na to, i-utilize niya yung graphical interpretation and the integration will be involved in the solution of the deflection of the differential equation, which was resulted in the integration method. Meaning, mas convenient na gamitin itong method na to so doon sa integration, yung method natin para makuha yung deflection o yung slope, I'm sorry, this is the second derivative of y over dx square, which is equivalent to moment. Here is the EI dx plus C1. So dito, by deriving the or using the geometrical or the area of the moment, resultant moment, resulted from the loadings of the beam, ito po yung madi-derive na formula natin. So yung theta, AB, so ibig sabihin, ito yun, no? Deflection of point B over point A, which is equivalent to area ng moment diagram below the loadings over EI, which is the change in slope between the tangents to the elastic curve of any 2 points is equals to the area under the moment area diagram between the 2 points, provided that the elastic curve is between the 2 points. Then to get the deflection naman, so ito yung deflection niya. Kung kukunin natin yung deflection sa point B, dito sa point B na to, so this is the point B and up to here is the exaggerated amount of deflection, which is the delta at point B with respect to A. Or minsan, mas convenient akong gamitin yung tinatawag na deviation of point B over point A. From point A. So, yun yung deflection sa point B. So, on the other hand, pwede din dito yan. Kung ito yung point A, so kung kukunin natin ang deflection dito, this is the deflection of A from B over B. At also integration method, this is EIY is equivalent to double integration dx plus C1x plus C2. So dito, using the geometrical figure, ang deviation or ang deflection sa point B is amounted to area or under the loadings over EI multiplied by the ito ay centroid ng certain figure to point B. So, ang kinukuha natin na deflection ay under ng point B. So, yung centroid ng certain area must be to point B. So the definition is the tangential deviation in the direction perpendicular to the undeformed axis of the beam of the point of the elastic curve from the tangent to the elastic curve to another point is equal to the moment of the area under the M over EI diagram. So between 2 points. So let us have our example. So itong notation na to o yung sign convention natin, positive deviation siya kapag ganito yung kanyang shape. Yung B located above the reference tangent. At ito naman negative deviation siya. If B is located below the reference tangent. So ito yung mga tangent natin, tangent line. Kaya kung halimbawa yung ating beam ay may loadings dito, so ito yung ating elastic curve. Kung ito yung point A, ito yung point B, so ito yung tangent sa point B. Ito yung tangent niya sa A. So kung dito natin kinukuha at ito yung point B, so ito yung point B, so positive siya. Pero kung ito yung beam natin, halimbawa meron diyang moment, may moment tayo na loadings, ito yung point A, ito yung point B, so malamang-lamang tumikwas siya upward. So kung ito yung kung ito yung line niya, so ito yung point B, ito yung elastic curve. So yung B ay below doon sa reference tangent line. So that is the negative deviation. So ganun din yung slope. Na ito yung positive slope, ito yung negative slope. So dito sa ating example number 1, use the moment area method to determine the slopes at end A and D and the deflection at point B and C of the beam shown. So, kunin muna natin yung reaction dito, RA. So pag kinompute natin yan, ang resulta po niyan ay 180 sa RA, 180 kilonewton. Ito. Tapos yung reaction sa D ay equals 270 kilonewton. Okay. So dito, given yung EI niya, rigidity. So dahil kilonewton yung loadings natin, i-convert na agad natin ito into kilonewton and meter kasi yung mga distance natin ay meter, yung loadings ay in terms of kilonewton. So this is equivalent to 12.5 multiplied by 10 to the 6 kilonewton per square meter. At ito naman, i-convert natin siya sa meter to the fourth, which is 1.92 times to the negative 2 meter to the fourth. Kasi mamaya, isa-substitute natin siya. Then draw the moment diagram. May dalawang method dito. Yung yung area moment, resultant moment ang ginagamit. Then yung isa ay moment diagram by parts. I-demo ko muna dito yung moment diagram by parts. So kung saan ka conveniente na mag-stop. So remember yung definition na kapag hinati mo yung structures, pipili ka lang yung moment at left or right side equivalent to summation of moment at the left side. So kung ito yung pinili ko na dito ako magtatapos kapag moment diagram by parts ang sinelect ko. So 180, 180 hanggang dito sa point na to is 180 times 6 is equals 1080. So dahil going up siya, ito yung mapuproduce na ano niya, no? 1 degree curve because yung loadings dito ay 0. Kasi ang kasunod dapat niyan ay shear. Kung 0 degree ang loadings, yung shear niya 0 degree kung ang mga concentrated lang ang loads. So ang kasunod ng shear ay moment, so natural na 1 degree. From 0 degree shear, then yung moment ay 1 degree. Yun. Ito at 1060 hanggang dito. Ito ay kilonewton meter na to. Ayun. So dito naman, 270, because going up siya, imimit ko siya dito. So hanggang dito, yung 270 multiply by 6 is equals 1620. Ito yan, 1620 kilonewton meter. Then itong 180 na concentrated load po dito, ito sa point C. So point C, 180 multiply by 3. Ayan, going down because yung concentrated load ay going down. 180 multiplied by 3, that is 540. So ito ay moment diagram by parts na tinatawag. This is another method of finding the deflection. Actually, siya na method. So another, ano na yun talagang kukunin natin. So kung ito yung gagamitin nyo ng mga area ng moment, pwede naman. Kaya lang ang pagkakaiba nito, kung meron ka na area dito sa ilalim, natural na negative yon. So baka magkaroon ng confusion. Kaya mas mabuti kung area moment resultant. So ang resultant moment area moment ay nagkakaroon din siya ng diagram below the abscissa. Kaya yung carefulness natin, that is necessary dito. So, ibig sabihin, ang area nito, meron tayong ordinate na 1060. So, ito ay triangle na. So, ibig sabihin, ang area nito ay 1/2 ng 1060 multiply by 6. At ito naman ay 1620. 1620 multiply by 6. The same with negative 540 multiply by 3/2. So, dun sa resultant moment, area moment, so pwede mong gawin from left to right or right to left. So meron na tayo dito na answer. Ito ay 180. Ito ay 270. So from here up to point B, so 180 multiplied by 6, that is 1060. 1080, sorry, 1080. 1080. So hanggang dito, so pag nandito na ako, ano na yung resultant moment? Ibig sabihin, ano na yung summation of all the moments of forces dun sa left side hanggang dito sa C. So ibig sabihin, 180. Ito, summation of moment at point B is equivalent to 180 multiplied by 6, which is equals 1080. Natural, ito ay kilonewton meter. So summation of moment sa point C is 180 multiplied by 9 minus 270 multiplied by 3, which is equals 810 kilonewton meter. Summation of moment hanggang sa point D is equals 180 multiplied by 12 minus 270 multiplied by 6 minus 180 multiplied by 3 is equals 0. So, paano yung flatting niyan? So, kung from 1080, so ang kasunod ay 810. Ito yun. Kasunod ng 810 hanggang sa point D, ito yun. Kaya ito yung shape ng ating resultant moment diagram. Ito ay 810. So, therefore, there is 0. Ayun. So, ito yung shape niya. 1080 over EI. So, ito yung exaggerate. Ito yung exaggerate elastic curve po natin. So, nandito na yung slope at point A, slope at point D, yun yung pinakukuha sa atin. At ano daw yung deflection sa point B. So, ito yung amount ng deflection sa point D. From the undeformed shape hanggang doon sa lundo ng elastic curve. Then, from point C hanggang dito. Ayan. So, ito yung tinatawag nating ito yung slope o deviation ng slope o point D with respect to A. At ito naman yung sinasabi ko kanina na deviation ng point D with respect to A. So kung ito yung kukunin natin na deviation, knowing na yung formula natin kanina na na-derive, no, that is equals to A dO with respect to A, or simply delta dA is equals area ng moment diagram over EI multiplied by ito, centroid ng certain area measured to point D. Ayun, kasi ito yung kinukuha natin. Kung alin ang kinukuha mong amount ng deflection o deviation, doon mo susukatin yan. So, ito, summation na yan. Summation. Kasi ang tanong sa atin ay determine the slope at A, slope sa A. Ito yon, kaya nag-exaggerate tayo ng, ng elastic curve saka sa D. So, ito yung slope niya. Pag nag-drawing, syempre tayo ng tangent, dyan, ayun yun. Yun yung nakadrawing kanina. At tangent din dito. So, from the undeformed shape hanggang doon sa tangent, yun yung slope niya sa point D. Ganon din dito. Slope. Slope. May slope ba ang point B? Yes, meron. Ayan. So, ito yung ano niya. Ito yung kanyang point sa point B, sa elastic curve. Pag nag-drawing ka ng tangential line dyan, kung saan man siya mag-meet, that is your slope. So, slope to ng point B. Actually, point B over deviation ng slope ng B over to A. So, kukunin natin lahat ng tanong dito. Itong slope sa A, slope sa D, saka yung deflection sa C at sa B. So, summation. So, dito tayo. Ito yung kukunin natin. na amount ng deflection. So, isa-summarize natin yung area sa ilalim. So, ito, 1060 siya. That is equals 1080 multiply by 6. So, lahat yan over 2. Kasi triangle. So, yan yung area. So, what is the, ito yung kanyang centroid. So, dito, ito ay 2/3 ng length at ito ay 1/3 ng length plus lahat ng dadaanan niya. So, 1/3 ng 6 ay 2 plus 3 plus 3 ulit. Kaya ito ay nakamultiply sa 6/3 plus 6. Ito yung 1/3. 6/3 plus 3 plus 3. Yun yung 6. Plus, ito. Yung rectangle. That is 810 multiply by 3. Ito yung centroid niya. So ito ay 3, 1.5 plus 3. That is 4.5. Plus, ito, triangle sa taas niya. Ito yung centroid ng triangle. So 1080 minus 18, that is 270. 270 over 2 na agad. Multiply by 3. Ito yung kanyang length. Multiply by, so 2/3 nito, 2/3 nito ay 2. 2/3 of 3 is 2 plus 3. 5. Hanggang doon sa point D. Plus another triangle. Ito na tayo. 810 over 2. Triangle siya. Multiply by length na 3. Multiply by 2/3 ng 3, which is 2. So pag kinompute nyo po yan, so lahat lang yan ay area. So lahat yan ay i-over natin sa EI. So that is 41,310 over EI kilonewton cubic meter. So kasi itong 1080, yung 1080, that is already kilonewton meter. So minultiply ulit natin ng kanyang length. Kaya ito ay meter. Minultiply ulit natin ang kanyang moment arm na sa centroid niya. Kaya cubic meter. Okay. So from that, yung deviation ng A, so actually yung slope sa A through geometry ay equivalent ng ito. Ito siya. Yun yung grade. If this is height, this is length, so yung kanyang slope ay equals height over run L. So therefore dito, ito ay equivalent ng ayun, delta dA over length, which is equals 41,310 over EI multiply by yung over or length niya ay 12. 12. So therefore, ito ay 3, 4, 4, 2.5 kilonewton cubic meter over EI. Ayun. So dito naman tayo, computein naman natin yung deviation ng A to D. Ito. Deviation ng A to D. So we have the same area. Ang pagkakaiba lang niya, yung kanyang centroid, doon naman natin i-measure sa point A. One over EI. So ito munang 1080 multiply by 6 over 2, that is 3. Sino-shortcut ko na yan. Multiply by 2/3 ng 6 plus 18. Multiply by 3. Multiply by 6 plus 1.5, that is 7.5. Doon tayo sa triangle. Plus 8, 10. Ito yung triangle. Multiply by 1/2 ng 3, that is 1.5. Multiply by length ng centroid to A, which is, ito ay 1 plus 9, that is 10. Plus another triangle sa taas, yung maliit, which is 270. Multiply by 1/2 ng 3 ay 1.5. So yung centroid niya dito, hanggang dun sa A ay 6 plus 1. So that is 7. So overall, lahat ng yan ay equivalent to 170 kilonewton cubic meter over EI. Ayan. So inspect geometrically yung figure. Kung kukunin natin yung slope sa D, so geometrically, kapag tiningnan natin ito, at hinati natin ito dito, ito ay the same nito. At ito naman ay the same nito. Yun sa A, slope ng A. So therefore, yung slope ng D ay equals deviation ng slope ng B with respect to A minus slope ng A. Ayun. So, nakuha na natin ang nakuha pa lang natin ay etong slope ng A. So, kunin naman natin yung slope ng D. So, ang slope ng D, kahit hindi natin gamitin ito, ay katulad din ng isa. That is, D is equals run over or height ng triangle AD over length. Which is equals, yung nakuha natin, 46, 170 over 12 over EI multiplied by 12. Okay. So therefore, yung slope ng D ay equals 38 47.5 kilonewton cubic meter over EI. So substitute 3847.5 kilonewton cubic meter over yung kinuha natin elasticity kanina o i-convert ay 12.5 multiply by 10 to the 6 kilonewton per meter square multiply by I, which is 1.92 multiply by 10 to the negative 2 meter to the fourth. So dito, sorry, ito, yung deflection ay hindi siya cubic meter, is only meter square. Ang cubic meter ay yung deflection. So kaya kapag kinancel natin to, so may matitira pa dito ang another 2, and ito, then kilonewton, kilonewton, so which is unitless, that is in radians, which is equals to 0.016 radian. Ayan. So, clockwise. So, ibig sabihin, from undeformed shape to done. So, positive. Kaya positive na nakuha natin. That is positive slope. Positive slope. Or, yun yung sinasabi ko kanina, pwede nating kunin yung slope, itong ginawa kong geometry kanina. So, yung slope ng point D ay equivalent ng deviation ng slope ng point D with respect to A minus slope ng A. So, kunin natin ito. yung deviation ng D, na slope ng D with respect to A, which is yun yung area ng moment diagram over EI. So, hindi na siya i-multiply sa centroid. So, ito ay equivalent ng 1 over EI multiply by 1080 multiply by 3. So, ito is supposed to be ay 6 over 2 plus 810 multiply by 3 triangle plus 270 multiply by 1.5. 810, tama. 270, 1.5. So ito yon yung small triangle plus 810 multiply by 1.5 triangle. So ito, ang amount niya ay equals 7290 kilonewton meter square over EI. So compute natin ulit ito. Slope ng point D is equivalent itong formula na to. So 7290 minus yung nakuha natin kanina na deflection is slope ng A. Ito yon 3442. Ima-minus natin to over the same denominator. 34 42.5 ito ay kilonewton meter square over EI 12.5 times 10 to the 6 kilonewton meter square multiplied by 1.92. Pag kinompute nyo po yan, pareho na ang sagot. Kaya ibig sabihin, pag in-inspect mo yung mga figure mo at yung geometry ng mga tangential lines, ayan, ma-analyze mo. Na this point, 0.16 radian. Positive. Okay. So let us compute the deflection at point B. So ang deflection sa point B, ito siya. So deviation at point B minus, ayan. So yan na muna natin yung geometry. Ito, yung large triangle na ito, Ito. Ano, ito nga, large triangle. Itong triangle na 'to. So, deflection ng B plus deviation ng deflection sa B with respect to A. So, yun yung sinasabi ko na 'pag nag-drawing ka dito ng tangent line dito, ayun. So, ito naman din. Ito yung magiging tangent line niya diyan. So, itong amount na 'to over 6. Yun yung height over run niya, over 6. Length, ito, 6. So, therefore, kunin muna natin ito, deflection or deviation ng tangent line from point B with respect to A. So, dito sa B, so ibig sabihin, ano lang area ang under ng from A to B. So, ito lang, itong large triangle na merong 1080. So, 1 over EI multiply by 1080 multiply by B multiply by 2. Ayun, ito. Centroid nito hanggang doon. 1/3 ng 6, which is 2. So, ito ay equals 6480 EI. Kilonewton. Yan, cubic meter. Kasi ano na siya, deflection. So, therefore, meron tayong amount nito. Nakuha na natin kanina. So, therefore, yung deflection sa B ay equals 6 multiply by, ayun, lipat natin ito. Dun, cross multiplication. Then, minus deviation ng B over A. So, ang deflection ng B ay equals 6. Ang nakuha natin kanina dyan ay 3442.5 minus yung na-compute lang natin na 6480. So, ito kanina, it is kilonewton square. At ito naman ay kilonewton cubic meter. So, itong 6 na to, ito ay meter. Kaya pareho na sila ng meter all over EI, which is 12.5 times 10 to the 6 kilonewton per square meter multiplied by 1.92 times 10 to the negative 2 meter to the 4th. So, in deflection sa point B ay equals 0.059 meter or 59 millimeter going down. Going down. Okay. Okay, deflection naman sa point C. So, dito naman tayo. Ito naman, itong triangle naman na to. So, yung triangle na yan ay deflection or slope ng point D, which is equivalent to height over run AC plus tangential deviation of point C to D over 3. Therefore, ang deflection sa C ay equivalent ng 3 meter multiply by slope ng D minus tangential deviation ng C with respect to D. Kunin muna natin to. Kasi may amount na tayo nito na compute na natin kanina. C over D ay equals. So, tingnan nyo lang yung area nung C to D. So, ito lang na triangle na to. Ang under nun. 8, 10, 1 over EI. 8, 10, multiply by 1.5 which is kalahati ng 3. So, yun lang. Multiply by moment arm. Ito. Kasi deflection siya. May moment arm. 2/3 ng 3 which is 2. Equals 1215 kilonewton cubic meter over EI. So therefore, yung deflection sa point C ay equals 3 multiply by yung deflection natin na nakuha kanina which is 84. Yung slope ng D ay 384. Sorry. 3,384.7.5 minus 1215 all over value ng EI which is 12.5 times 10 to the 6 multiply by 1.92 times 10 to the negative 2. 0.043 meter, which is 43 millimeter going down. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you. So review nyo po ito. We will discuss it tomorrow.